Well, following Governor Doyediri's resignation from the People's Democratic Party, Senator Dixon, who represents Bayelsa West, has criticized the move, accusing the governor and others of avoiding responsibility for the crisis they created. Well, Senator Dixon, who is Diri's predecessor as governor, spoke after a Senate plenary on Wednesday. He said while the governor had informed him of his intention to leave the PDP, he was not convinced it was the right decision, particularly coming from a second-term governor. The senator adds that Nigeria needs a functional multi-party democracy, not, in his words, a one-party system that breeds dictatorship and authoritarianism. Well, in a separate development, Senator Dixon expresses his support for the nomination of Professor Joash Amupiton as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
As in this case, the governor consulted me several times to his credit. And I was not convinced because I didn't see any compelling reason for a second-term governor to defect. No reason. And we know the issues in the PDP, but issues are there to be solved by the governors and the leaders. Have they not been the leaders of the parties? But that's where we are. I've not made a comment on issues about myself since I left. But I'm just using this to say that I am still standing gidigba in the PDP that gave my Bayelsa people, my Jaw people, and the Niger Delta people an opportunity to run election to emerge as vice president of this country, acting president of Nigeria, and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, PDP. This other party cannot do that. And I'm standing there with the PDP. If we don't succeed in retrieving the PDP, in saving the PDP, then we'll be part of a collective decision, which again should not be the ruling party.
Senator Dixon, representing Bayelsa West, speaking there. Now, for more on Governor Diri's resignation from the PDP, I'm now joined by Ted Elemeforo. He's the Deputy Chief Whip at the Bayelsa House of Assembly. Thank you so much for joining us on the news tonight.
Thank you so much.
We have heard from you earlier when you said you were not going to resign from the PDP because you were not convinced there was a reason to leave. We will come to why you have remained in the PDP. But can I ask you, as someone who is an insider, a politician in Bayelsa State, and who has worked with the governor, he didn't give Nigerians or Bayelsans reasons why he's resigning. He just says for obvious reasons. Perhaps you know why. Do you know why Governor Diri would resign from the PDP?
I may not know why. But at the state level, I think there's so much stability and unity at the state level. I have not played national politics for some time, so I may not know some of the things that had motivated him to do that. But I think he knows better. I can't comment on what I don't know. But for the reasons, I think eventually he will give the reasons why he left.
What about your colleagues? Because
they are not very obvious to me.
Great. Thank you for that. What about your colleagues, the people you work closely with, who were former members of the PDP and are now resigned? Why do you think they would want to leave?
I think they will speak for themselves. But for myself, I think it's a question of conviction, because I do not believe that APC is a solution to Nigeria's problem, and I do not have faith in the Tinubu-Led APC government. And so I believe that PDP will offer a better alternative to solve the problem of Nigeria. You see, we've had a couple of challenges in the past And the reasons they gave to vote Goodluck Jonathan out of office, President Goodluck Jonathan out of office, are some of the things they are perpetrating. And I see double standard, I see hypocrisy, and all of that. Now, at a personal level, I feel that people like Tinubu that protested against oil subsidy and all that need to publicly apologize to President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan for implementing what he condemned earlier and all of that. You know, in this country, there's always double standard. But to cut the long story short, I have more faith in PDP than APC. Thank you.
That is something we have not heard in recent times about the PDP, so you are standing out. Let me ask you if you are under any pressure, direct or indirect, to also resign from the PDP, and what sort of pressure may you be facing now that you are one of three, we are told, are remaining in the PDP in the State House of Assembly?
In terms of pressure, no. But there's always this thing about the bandwagon effect, the domino syndrome, where everybody wants to follow the line and all that. I think that I'm old enough to speak for myself and take decisions for myself. So I'm not looking at what others are saying. I sincerely believe that PDP can put our acts together, and even as a state, we can stand to develop this state. I have, at every point in time, supported the governor. We've been working together to build the state, to ensure that there's harmony in the state. And I think I respect his decisions he has taken so far. But in this very case, I don't have the conviction that that's the right decision. But I still give him my respect as the leader of the state and my leader. Thank you.
We also heard from one of your colleagues who says he remains in the PDP, and he has already expressed concerns that he may be robbed of some certain privileges for refusing to follow the bandwagon effect, as you put it. Is that a concern you share genuinely? And do you also agree, as a lawmaker, that there's a need to stop this cross-carpeting in the interest of our democracy?
Absolutely. Every action you take must have some effect. And I think at times we need to bite the bullet for the sake of principles, for the sake of justice, and all of that. And so if one or two privileges are taken away, it's like maybe at times it's one step backward for you to take two steps forward. But in any case, I don't envisage that, because we've been a harmonious house, working together with even opposition. We were 17 PDP members in the house, 5 APC members, and 2 APGA members. And we've worked harmoniously. All of us have always closed our ranks when it comes to developing the state. When it comes to issues that borders on our development, we can't compromise that. And so I'm not playing politics with that. But in terms of certain decisions, in terms of the political leaning or the philosophy I believe in, or where I should go, I think I should be able to stand out. And whatever I'm doing is in the interest of my people who voted me in. Thank you.
Yes, so the other leg of my question, while the Constitution does allow freedom of association, freedom of movement, the court has repeatedly said that political office holders are voted on the platform of a party. So when the people give you their mandate to office on a platform of a party, and then one day you wake up and say, for obvious reasons, you are moving to another party, where does that leave the people? As a lawmaker, are you concerned about this? And what should we be doing, if anything at all, to ensure that the will of the people, supersedes personal interests of politicians?
Exactly. I share that sentiment. I believe that we should play politics of principles, politics of philosophy, and not just move anyhow. I am grateful to PDP for giving me a platform to be an assembly member for 4 years, and I'm in my second tenure. And so it will be a moral burden for me to just leave the party because it has a little problem. And I actually believe that we should have clear-cut philosophies in politics because that's the area we are lacking. I think we need to develop that philosophy above selfish, petty selfish interests and focus on issues that will develop the country. My major concern is it's beyond some of these things. You see, we have the potentials of becoming a great nation. We have great agricultural potential. We can be a great industrial hub. And what I'm foreseeing in the future is like we are reducing ourselves to become a rentier state, which is not good. But today is not for that. But essentially, I am concerned that we do not stick to principles. They can give any reason to jump from one place to the other. But I still respect the opinions of people, so they may have their reasons why they are going. But for me, the little discipline I've had, and as a Christian, I walk by my convictions.
Place to leave it. Thank you so much. Ted Elemeforo is the Deputy Chief Whip of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly. Thank you so much for being on the news tonight. We do appreciate your time.